Derby County find themselves in the hunt for another forward, and it is absolutely what Derby County need. At the moment, Derby County still need another number 9 and another wide man, and I think that Derby County could find another player right here. Obviously, we know Derby County are looking into the potential signing of Karamoko Dembele, the player who was at Blackpool last season on loan, but they face stiff interest from the likes of Sheffield Wednesday and other Championship clubs. Derby County may be able to offer more game time, but nothing is confirmed. There is no deal agreed yet for Karamoko, so Derby County do have plan Bs available, and this is one of them. But before we do get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content that's going to be heading your way over the course of this season. Now, shall we get into finding out all about this Rangers attacker who could find his way to Derby County? So here we have it. The name is Scott Wright. Here's a player who has been playing at Rangers with former Derby County attacker Tom Lawrence. Is he going to sign for Derby County? That is the big question we ask. But before we make a decision on whether he is the right player for the club, let's take a look into his career. So, Scott Wright is due to leave Rangers this summer, with the Championship being his likely destination. Sheffield Wednesday, Preston and Derby have all made enquiries. All the clubs listed have other options, but Wright is on the list of targets. There's also interest from overseas in the link for the wide man. Now, let's take a little bit more of a look into him. He's 26 years old, born in 1997, and currently playing at Rangers. Now, obviously, the Scottish Premier League, in my opinion, at the top end is probably Championship level. And I think he could come in and do a really good job. At 26 years of age, he adds some youth to that forward line, in a forward line that has three 30-plus-year-olds with Caden Jackson, Mendes Lang and Tom Barkhuizen. And I think that Scott Wright could be absolutely perfect for that position. So if we do look so far, 3 clubs in his young career: Rangers, Aberdeen and Dundee. He's played a range of games for 2 under-20 sides. I want to say under-20s, but we'll look into that in just a moment. 211 total career appearances. I think it includes some under-20 games. 8,701 minutes, 25 goals, 22 assists, 8 yellow cards and 1 red card. I think there's a potential for Scott Wright to come in and be absolutely excellent. And as you can see here by the numbers he's put up over in Scotland, 12 goals and 7 assists in 117 appearances for Rangers, 7 goals, 11 assists in 79 for Aberdeen, 3 goals, 4 assists in 13 games for Dundee FC. Now, I think he could be a brilliant addition for Derby County. And if we go and look onto his positional chart, this is why. He can play in an abundance of positions: left wing back, right wing back, all the way through the middle and both wide positions. I think he'd be an excellent addition for Derby County to add some more versatility to that front line. Obviously, Mendes Lang can play on both sides. Tom Barkhuizen can play on both sides. Blackett Taylor can play on both sides. Caden Jackson can play on both sides. So we've got an abundance of players who can do this job. And I think adding more to that role is absolutely pivotal to our season. We need an abundance of attackers who can offer different things. Now, from what I've been reading and seeing, is a bit of a speedster, which I think is exactly what Derby County need. You look at Corey Blackett Taylor, likes to get on the ball and drive with it. Mendes Lang can make those runs in behind and get on the ball as well. And I think it's very interesting to see how this is going to go with this potential signing. Obviously has the ability to play through the middle as well, which I think is going to be absolutely key for everything Derby County do this season. I think we need to begin to build those rotations. I think we saw it towards the back end of last season with Barkhuizen, Mendes Lang and Dwight Gale. And I think there's a potential that we could see that again this season with the likes of Jerry Yates, Mendes Lang, Blackett Taylor. If we can bring in Karamoko Dembele as well, that could be a very, very impressive move. Now, obviously, if we do look at the squad depth chart, when you're seeing this, I'm hoping that the deal for Ozzo has been announced, but as of recording, it hasn't. I've put him in there because there is pictures of him in his Rams TV interview circulating the internet at the moment, but as I'm recording this at 12 o'clock on the 23rd, he has not yet been announced. Now, there will have been a friendly yesterday. You'll probably have seen the review video. If you haven't, go and check that out. Obviously, as I'm recording this, it's not happened yet. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Derby do sort of develop their tactic over the course of the year. I do think that what we're looking at right now is how we're going to start the season in a 3-4-3. I do think that it may be adjusted as the season goes on. I think we may see 3-5-2s, we may see 4-2-3-1s, 4-3-3s as the season progresses and things happen with injuries and stuff like that. And I do think if we don't bring in another centre-back, I do think Paul Warne will move to a back four. But obviously, there's still plenty of time left. I think there's about 6 weeks left until the transfer window closes. We're looking in good shape. And obviously, if we bring in someone like Scott Wright, if we bring in a Karamoko Dembele, we're adding a lot of depth to the squad, especially in those attacking areas, and that is exactly what the club needs. It's exactly what the team needs at this moment. I still think we're dying for another number 9. So it's just one of those situations for me. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments section about obviously the squad depth, the potential sign of Scott Wright. I think it's one that could be a really good deal for the club. Now, what type of deal would this be? Now, it could be a permanent, it could be a loan. There's no real specifications going around in the reports at the moment. I get the impression it would probably be a permanent deal. I think he's maybe looking for a more permanent home than Rangers, where he didn't really get much game time. I think he started 8 games last season. I think he made 24 appearances, but only started 8. And it's one of those, it reminds me quite a lot to the Louis Sibley situation, where you're not really getting the game time that you desire, maybe not necessarily playing on the position you desire. So I think there is an opportunity that this could be a permanent deal. Obviously, there is stiff interest as well from the likes of Sheffield Wednesday and Preston. I believe Sheffield Wednesday's interest is pretty similar to ours and relates to the Karamoko Dembele deal. I believe Sheffield Wednesday also have interest in Ian Carlo Poveda, who could be a potential signing for Derby County if Dembele doesn't pull off as well. So there's lots of options for the club and for the team to move into. But let me know your thoughts of that down in the comments. Now, as we know, Derby County have done some really good business this summer. There will be a full transfer window review video out when the window closes, so make sure you have hit that subscribe button to stick around. There is going to be a video over the coming days about the squad depth. It will probably be either Thursday or Friday. I think this video will come out on Thursday evening, so it will probably be Friday that you'll see that video, as well as a preview for the friendly this weekend. So let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL content, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.